Is it on?
You're watching Madison TV.
My God, today. Like, what did you think reality TV was?
I had no clue. Auntie, this first of all, going on the show, I was what, maybe 21 or 22, and how that even came about.
Oh, here we go.
And how that even came about.
Here we go.
Because we got to bring it up.
I never speak about these things.
But you always, I mean, it is what it is.
I never speak about
sitting there with you.
Okay.
At our old girlfriend Tasia house, and you just like giving me my. You need to go on Drag Race. And you guys, let's just be clear. This is way. This is years ago. This is way before the Maddie Mob. This is. Madison ain't. First of all, I was sitting there arguing with her about why you won't even come to the gay bar. Why you won't hang. You know, like if we didn't see her at Tasia house or meet up for lunch, it wasn't happening. So for her to encourage me so much to go on this show, and then my boyfriend at the time was sitting there, and I can remember you just saying, you need to audition for this show. It's going to change your life. It's going to take you where you need to be at. And I'm thinking to myself, I just like to do the show. I'm just a drag queen who like to perform. It's never been about mainstream and being a celebrity. And even to this day, I don't like the idea of being a celebrity because I like that separation and balance of normalcy and, you know, and then being able to do my art. But I knew that what was going to come with it, but I didn't know what was going to come with it. And then when you encouraged me, I was like, okay, why not? Got home, boyfriend was like, well, let's do the tape.
So basically, what she's saying, I'm gonna bask in it just a little bit.
Thank you.
I never do though, Trinity. I never do. Like you've never heard me stand up and say like I've never been in any places. Basically, the reason why Trinity K. Bonet was on RuPaul's Drag Race is because of TsM Madison. We were in a space at Tasia's house. Tasia was sewing me a gown up for an award show. And, you know, we were sitting there talking and stuff. And I've seen you perform. All this stuff. Like, I already knew what was going on. And RuPaul's Drag Race was in its fifth season. Right?
Yeah.
Fourth?
Yeah.
It was in its fourth season or something. Whatever. And I said, niece, why are you not on that show? You was like, I can't sew. And then I was like, bitch, you think everybody on there know how to fucking sew? You know how to glue.
Learned how to.
Yeah, but you learned how to sew. You know, I said, this is something drag is something that's in your blood. It's life to you. Anything that's life to you, it's easy. And you was like, girl, I was like, girl, go do it. It will change your life. You call me maybe later on down the line, maybe 6 months, a year. I don't know how long it was that you called me and you said, I took your advice and I went and tried it and I'm on the show. I remember you called me late in the evening and you're like, I'm on the show. And, you know, I got really emotional on the inside. Like, you didn't know that, but I got emotional on the inside because it was like, I spoke a manifestation into somebody else's life and it transpired.
She did.
I did, and it was just like I was so excited, and I could not wait to see, you know, what you were going to bring because I was like, you know, I planted this seed, and it blossomed, and that was the year that I actually had an opportunity to meet RuPaul, because at the reunion. You know, we were at the because RuPaul had been start following me, and was posting stuff about me on his stories and you know on his Vine, you know, loved me, and then when we got the opportunity to meet, it was when which they cut out of the taping. You said, RuPaul, I'm here because of that lady sitting out there in the audience right now, TsM Madison, and RuPaul stood up and said. Is TsM Madison in the house? Where you at, girl? No way, 22 inches. I was like, yeah. She said, I love you, mom. You know, and that's how our actual first getting with each other started. Like we have been communicating via social media, but that's how it happened. And then I was so happy to see you go so far in the competition, garner a new fan base, gather, you know, just exposure for who you are. I was so happy to see that because I was like, this stuff gonna change this girl's life. I said that sitting down in Texas, I was getting a dress made for me. You know, I didn't give a damn about all that gay stuff.
At all.
I ain't give a fuck about going to no gay club. I ain't give a fuck about going. I was not bothered. Baby, if the bitch ain't got my money.
Well, that's kind of like that still to this day. Let's just be clear, baby.
Well,
We need our ducats.
Right, I believe the reason why I had that space built up with me is because I feel like the gay kids are catty, are unnecessarily catty, shady, superficial. The last people that should be judging somebody, but the first ones on the judgment seat. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like I just separated myself from that. I'm like, girl, I don't have time for that because at the time I was still in the adult entertainment field. My career was just crossing over into mainstream, and I was like, girl, I don't give a fuck about them. All they gonna do is talk about how I do porn, I do this and the other. Fuck them hoes, bitch, please, And he was like, Auntie, come on. I was like, man,
Yes,
fuck
ma'am.
them hoes.
I told you, and I never forget that night you just came out to the jungle. It was a holiday. I don't remember what it was for, but baby,
Martin Luther King. I had a booking.
I
had a booking earlier that
screamed in the building when you walked
and
in.
For
me,
yeah,
it just justified what I said from the beginning. Those type of gays do exist, but there are a whole lot more who live and breathe.
I know,
and those are the ones that we embrace.
I know we embrace those, Trinity, but for me, what I've learned, and I'm quite sure you can attest to this, you're rising as a RuPaul's. Because first of all, let's think about it. RuPaul's Drag Race girl that lives with you forever.
Yep.
And the day. So RuPaul's Drag Race girl, your audition tape got you in and got you through. You can't tell me one time that you was not met with adversity, hostility, envy, and hate from bitches that was just around you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Shit, to this day.
Who you supposed to be? You ain't shit. You ain't.
I tell you, I done had people because if you really get into my story, I didn't finish school. Like when I moved to Atlanta when I was 16 or 15, one of the two, and it was immediately from moving here, leaving home, and started doing shows. So my from 15 on back, this is what I've been doing. This is what I know. And I've had people who have just recently, who was family, supposed to be gay family, who have said things like, she's not deserving of the stuff that she's gotten, like my articles on, Page 6 and the BMA award I won and being on Ellen.
You got a moon man.
Yeah, I got him. In the hood.
You got a fucking moon man.
Like, these are things that I've accomplished just being myself, being artistically who I am, and there's people who genuinely don't feel like you are deserving of the things that you've gotten, as if I went out and paid for it or it was just given to me, out of sympathy. Like I worked.
But this takes us back to the conversation. This is what I was explaining to you when we were at Tasia's house. I said, girl, I didn't want to be in the profession that I'm in. I can't help that I got in and it was a boss in it, and the rest of them bitches motherfucking was tired at it. That they didn't know how to make it work for them, and it worked for me.
Yeah.
It was not my fault, that a bitch that done did two homemade videos and called herself a porn star, and next thing you know, girl, we not in the same class.
No. Not at all.
I created a business. But this is not about me. This is about you. Because, girl, we'll go to talking. But this is about you. So, you see up to season 12, you hear and you watching it and you like, it's so many different things. You haven't been on All Stars yet.
After Ellen, after all of the stuff that I've done, and yeah, no, but I'm waiting my turn.
You have to,
because when I get there, it's motherfucking curtains. They can hang it up, and ain't nothing you're gonna be able to throw at me that's gonna throw me off. I'm all smiles and giggles. I'm here to enjoy. I am going to enjoy myself
and enjoy slaughtering.
Ooh.
Because you do have a slaughter plan going on.
As long as they allow me to be there. Because if they keep the same shit up, how they've been eliminating girls, one of them gonna get me out of there. They know what I give. That's the thing about that. First of all, and let me say, I always have a love for Drag Race, and I will continue to always have a love for Drag Race. I've been watching every season up, even after I left. I ain't watched much of my own season because I was on there, and I knew what I gave, so I was kind of like, ugh. But anything before and after, I've watched. I'm happy for the new seasons and all the stuff that's going on, but I just feel like there's just too many of us that people haven't that they're not utilizing enough of the girls. But on the flip side of that, reality TV is, there's from reality shows, there's some stars and they're not. I don't know how to. I really don't know how to explain. I mean, what do you think? Like, what do you think it is?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes. I'd say what? Yes.
We live in a white man's world.
Well, yeah.
I do think that, things can have more diversity.
I agree.
Skin tone wise, identity wise. Now, if we're going to go there, we're going to go there.
Yeah, I'm not. No, granted, see, that's the thing, though. Because for me, I don't.
Do you feel like that it has been fair for you after RuPaul's Drag Race?
I think it has been. I think it's been good for me, and I think it's been what it was supposed to be. I've tried to have a positive mindset about things and not think that people are just vindictive and malicious or think that they think that way. I think everybody is like business. For me, when it came to All Stars, most other girls who got on All Stars or who have been getting on have gotten on from later seasons. Now, because they moved to VH1, the fan base has blown up even bigger. If you can get on this show, like prime example, my girl for season 12 is Jada. Jada had 14,000 Instagram followers. Jada had 14,000 Instagram followers the minute that they announced her that she was on the show. By that night, she had 36 or something, somewhere up in that number. Ain't no episodes came out. This is based off of a picture and a promo. Your numbers fly. I was on season 6. That was 6 years ago. I'm just 291,000 followers on Instagram. After 6 years of being on that show, these girls are getting 5 and 6 and 700,000 followers in weeks at a time because of the show. So as a producer, they're thinking, well, shit, we're going to use the girls who are building a fan base faster because those people are going to continue to watch them. It's numbers. My numbers don't add up. Yes, I'm entertaining. Yes, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm the lip sync assassin. Yes, I've grown in my drag, but my numbers aren't adding up. That's why I don't think they put me on the tours. Not to say that one person is going to make a difference, but if we can have all these headliners and we know that each person has 500,000 people in itself, we are guaranteed to sell the tickets we want because they support us, follow them. I'm getting numbers. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping that it is. And that it's just like oh, these are girlfriends and we're going to keep using them. Which, in most cases, that's probably the case. But I love my family. I wouldn't be where I'm at in my career if it wasn't for the Drag Race family. And I just like to think that, it's business. And for me, opportunities like this that you're giving me to put myself out there, any little airtime is enough for me to continue catapulting who I am as a person and growing. So when they give me that time, it's nothing.
So you think it's well overdue that you should have been?
Yes, most definitely. But I had the opportunity. They called me. They actually called me 3 times. They called me 3 times. The first time they called me, and I'm just keeping it real, I had a warrant here in Georgia, and they ran in VH1 runs background, and it was for a driving ticket. It was just a little bench warrant. But I freaked out and said something, which I could have just handled it, did the application, have been fine, but I said something to them. And I think because I said something to them, that may have scared them off because Blair Sinclair had just got on the show, and she had just got off probation, and that was in the media. So I think they were thinking, they always thinking like, what's going to make us look bad? What's going to, stuff like that. And I'm thinking for them. I don't know. It could be the case or could not be. Then the second time they called me, they asked me, well, you couldn't get on this. They called and said, well, we can't use you this time because of that. Then they called me again the next year. Was like, well, are you interested? Yes. I started preparing. I didn't get on. They called me for 5. They asked me, was I interested? I said yes. I started preparing. Got all the way down to the end, and they ended up not using me. The week after that, I was on the Ellen show. So I just felt like I lost one and gained one.
Well, you do know that every no is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
People have to understand that every single no that you get is a necessary no.
Mm-hmm.
So that when that yes comes around, and the seasons and the planets and the stars and everything line up for you to get what's yours, those no's were necessary because you wouldn't have got it in that place. Yeah. Hey guys, if you just enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or if you're already here, click that bell up there, one of them, and subscribe so that you don't miss this or any other excellent content that I have for you. Don't meet me here, beat me here. Ciao.